Welcome to tonight's edition of Under the Bleachers. Joining me, William Yanish, Brandis Bell. Let's jump straight into the Heisman conversation before our guest Jerimiah Spicer comes on. Travis Hunter, I think he'll end up winning it, but I also feel like Ashton Jeanty is more deserving. But it's very conflicted feeling as far as this Heisman race goes. It's just a very conflicted feeling I have, and I believe our guest is already here. Great. Jerimiah Spicer, ladies and gentlemen.
What it is, y'all?
How's it going, man?
What's up with y'all, man? How's it going, man?
Oh, we're not doing a whole lot, man. We're just bringing up the Heisman and who we think we should win.
The Heisman said the running back from Boise. Everybody already know.
Yeah, Jeanty. Yeah. That's who I think it should be too. But because the hype is with Travis Hunter, and that's who I think will win it, because there's been a lot of running backs too what Jeanty's done. But people talk about the Mountain West too, but he would do just fine anywhere else. I mean, at Alabama, he would have 2,000 yards as well with that talent.
I'm saying if Jeanty was on a Power 5 program, this wouldn't even be a discussion. He'd have the Heisman locked up. But because he plays for Boise, Travis Hunter is his favorite.
I actually think that it's a little bit more than that, though. I think amazing running back for sure, but there's no one else in the running in this conversation that is playing both sides of the ball incredibly effectively. Travis Hunter's stats are better than some corners that only play corner, so you got to weigh that into.
Yeah, he's definitely top 5 both sides, and I mean he definitely has the best endurance of anyone. I mean, but playing some of this, just going through.
You gotta understand too, like he's not in the SEC either though. So DB's in the SEC. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's really like that.
True, but the discussion is definitely out there, and there's definitely not a quarterback worthy of it. Cam Ward and Jalen Milroe, they all had good seasons, but neither one of them had that moment. That when you say, hey, that's the guy who's going to win the Heisman right there. And
yeah, Milroe and Gabriel got Heisman invites like I expected, William, but I said it was all for show. This is going to come down to Jeanty and Hunter. I basically said that for a few weeks. It's going to come down to Jeanty and Hunter, and then they're probably going to give Cam Ward and Dylan Gabriel Heisman invites because Gabriel went undefeated, and Cam Ward was the number 1 guy for a majority of the process, but then he slipped up near the end. But the thing is, ESPN needs 4 Heisman stories to fill that hour. And I know in the old NCAA games, you'd have 5 Heisman finalists, but they need 4 to fill in an hour. You can't have 2 Heisman finalists and fill in an hour, but they need those 4 finalists to fill in that hour on ESPN, the 4 stories to tell, because the stories take 10 to 15 minutes, and then there's commercials too.
It's the same thing, going into the draft. They've always got to pump up some quarterbacks, to as well,
got to be a quarterback
competition there. There's always that, but I just locked up the number 1 overall pick in my one fantasy league, so I haven't decided if I was taking Jeanty, but I'm pretty sure I might. So yeah, that'll pay off for a few years, I think. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Jerimiah. I mean,
yeah, man, pretty much. I came from the streets, man. I grew up downtown Los Angeles, Skid Row, with my mom. Ended up getting taken away from my mom and getting put in foster home, group homes. Ended up getting placed with my grandmother, and then ended up back in the foster home, group homes. I ended up going to 8 different high schools, 2 colleges. I've been all over. I was the LA Chargers. I got drafted to the XFL. I signed with the USFL. I got ejected out of a car 2 years ago, so now I'm back. And I just signed with the Arizona Bandits in the AF1.
Nice.
Yeah,
What was that like getting within sniffing distance of the NFL like that with the Chargers? I mean,
oh man, I'm still trying to get my little, you know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to get back right now.
Still there,
you know
man.
what I mean?
Yeah, for real, man. I mean, you can't stop.
Every time I get close, it'd be some BS that happens. Like even with the Chargers, like COVID,
Right.
like really messed that up all the way. And then when they fired Coach Lynn, that shit just really because Coach Lynn was the one that brought me in.
Yeah.
So
Who's he coaching for now?
he's in 49ers offensive coordinator.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's not the head coach no more. You know what I'm saying? When you're the head coach, you got more, you know.
Yeah. Got a little bit more control over things with the teams and all. But yeah, man.
Yeah, man. But man, really showed a lot of love, man. Man, it was crazy how I ended up getting that workout with him, man. It took me 3 years to get that, you know what I mean, the opportunity, man. Just nonstop, just grinding and not getting told no, not no for an answer, pretty much. Like, you know what I mean. I just kept hitting him up, popping up at training camp, and then I made an agreement with him. Because when I first met him at training camp, he was like, "Find my general manager and tell him I sent you." But I couldn't find the GM in time. Everybody was already leaving training camp. So boom, I hit him back on LinkedIn, and I made an agreement with him. I was like, if I go to the Arena Football League and get first team all league, would you bring me in? He was like, yeah, and that's what I did. I only got first team all league, led the whole league in tackles.
Nice. I've been talking to Steve Kaiser over there, trying to get him to come on under the bleachers. He's a general manager for the Michigan Panthers of the UFL.
Yeah.
And
man,
he seems pretty cool. I'm trying to get him to come on, man. That'd be a fun experience, So yeah, that's the fun part about this job, getting to talk to all these different people like that, like you, and like some of these general managers, just come on and hang out and talk about some Genty and some Hunter, I mean.
Yeah, the AF1's pretty unique, dude. Jeff Fisher's the commissioner, the new commissioner of the league, so we expect a lot of things, to come. A lot of excitement.
Yeah.
Jeremiah, you play linebacker, right?
Yeah, I play linebacker. I play linebacker, fullback, D line. I play the whole front five. I'm really a linebacker though. To play anywhere, I can play. I can play.
Players get snubbed when it comes to things like the Heisman selection.
It's all about like whose name ring the most bells. Really, like whose name gonna sell the most tickets. You know what I mean?
I know that football is all about offense. People don't get as excited about tackles.
And then not only that though, who do people like the most? You know what I mean? Whose personality do people like the most? You know what I mean?
Popularity contest instead of being,
you got to have everything.
I mean,
with that, you got who do people like?
I had a coach a long time ago. He said if you want to survive in football, he said become a long snapper. He said that they're always looking for a long snapper. He said just get good at it, and
I swear that's the easiest way to get
up. There's going to be problems.
That's the easiest way to get to it. But it's not an easy job to do. It's hard, but it's the easiest way to get there.
It's like that kicker thing, one bad snap and all of a sudden people are looking at you. You're like, oh shit,
Yeah, man. But yeah, man, it's gonna be pretty legit out here in Arizona, man. Playing for the Bandits 2025. I'm excited, man. I was in Oregon earlier this year, playing for the Oregon Black Bears, but
nice.
Things didn't go too well. Jeff Fisher ended up being the commissioner. They ended up switching commissioners in the middle of the league. So Jeff Fisher ended up taking control of everything, and then my team ended up getting, kicked out the league. So boom, now I'm back.
That's a good choice for them over there with Fisher, man.
Yeah, we was 4-0 though. We was undefeated, but things just didn't go as planned. So
Yeah, for sure. So, what else we got, Chris? Anything going in football this week? Anything news?
Army-Navy game is on Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Both of them at one loss. Finally took Notre Dame to beat Army. That's
yeah.
I mean, kind of
Have y'all watched?
they should have got some love.
Have y'all watching the AFL games this year?
I did watch the AFL Bowl. That it was at like a mall. It was a very entertaining game.
Yeah, that was at a mall. But yeah, AFL man, it's pretty legit, man. You know, they got the nets up and you know everything live. You know, hopefully get that CBS contract back again. You know, I'm waiting for the announcement. You know, so you know, they say it's gonna be some big announcements coming up. So we just waiting.
Yeah, they're fighting for all that stuff over there now with football and everything, man. You know, you used to be able to just buy Sunday ticket. Now you gotta, you know, have YouTube and this and that and everything else. And
yeah, YouTube is
getting pretty ridiculous.
Cool. YouTube is cool though, but AFL's always been on ESPN and on CBS. You know.
Yeah.
You know that's you know so that's just normal. So
yeah, because I remember I did watch a regular season game too, but I think the Arena Bowl was the rematch between the regular season game. It was the Albany Outlaws, and I think they ended up playing Orlando. I could be wrong on that, but I remember a regular season game.
The Albany Firebirds.
No, the Billings Outlaws. They played.
Oh yeah, Orlando. The Billings Outlaws. Yeah. That was a championship game.
Yeah, but I think they played in the regular season too, and Orlando won the regular season game at the end. So those are the two games I saw: the championship and the regular season game.
Yeah, they had Drew Powell, Orlando.
Yep.
Yeah. But I was ready for all of them, though. Really, I was ready for everybody. If my team didn't fold, I was gonna get first team all league. Everybody already knew it too.
Yeah, definitely, man. Keep sniffing around. Nobody can knock you for wanting a job, you know, wanting to play. Just get sick of you and be like, what can they do with you, you know?
You just got to really get sick of yourself, really. When you get sick of yourself, that's when you get to moving. But it's really not on nobody else, really. You can really manifest anything you want to do, really. But, you know, you staying there is a different story. You getting there is a different story. Getting there and staying there is two different stories.
Yeah, we've had a few players on that were bouncing back and forth, you know, between the Bengals and things like that. And then we had Mason Newton on. He was playing for Northern Arizona Wranglers. But, it was pretty cool. He came into
that's
football
crazy,
for a minute. So.
That's why I just go around loyalty. I just want to be around loyalty, man. If I want to bounce around, just let that be my decision, not nobody else's. Like,
oh yeah,
you know,
got to ride that as long as you can.
Yeah, especially if you're being productive and you're producing. If you're producing, you really should. You know what I'm saying? There should be some love and shit. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
So yeah, what anything else we got, man? Usually we have a couple segments here, but they're kind of at the breaking point.
I don't really have anything else, but I appreciate you coming on, Jeremiah. I wish we had more time to talk.
Yeah,
something I got to get to at 9.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me, man. I'm just getting into this podcasting thing too, man. For real, man. I got a channel on YouTube.
Man.
That sounds awesome. You want to give our audience the link to the channel before we sign off, or like where people
it's Struck the World. My channel Struck the World, STRUCK, the world. Struck the World. You know, so yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah, much love, man.
Check out Struck the World, and if you want more content from Jeremiah, and we'll see you guys next week with a bowl show next Wednesday.
Yep, next Wednesday we'll have a new Heisman winner, and we'll have some college football to talk about, some bowl games coming on.
Yep. See you then.
Everything else. So.